now for the start of the second half. I see another change on the Dunboyne team. Number 20 has come in here, wing forward Shane Comiskey, and number 12 Ronan Duggan has gone to the middle of the field, full back. Porrick Lavin is out centre back, and Finnerty, the midfielder, is still off. So we're ready for the start of the second half. Dunboyne 1-5, Trim 1-3, and ball is thrown in for the start of this. Breaking ball again, won there by Ronan Duggan in the middle of the field, gives it on to the small full forwards. One again there by corner forward Dan Howland. Dan on the ball. He has Gavin Pryor outside him. He finds Gavin Pryor. Gavin Pryor is very influential in this game. Back to Niall Carlin, the wing back. Carlin back to Jack Cox. Cox gives it in there towards the other. I think that's the full forward. Who have we now? We're in there towards Paddy Conway, who scored 1-1 in the first half. Conway still on the ball, playing for the foul, gives it back to Jack Cox. Jack with the left foot, doesn't take it on. Back to Duggan in the middle, or who's playing midfield now. Tackled by Ronan White. No foul. I think he's given the free. Ronan White needs to be careful. He's in the book for a yellow card in the first half. He tackled again there. So this is going to be a tap over free here for Gavin Pryor for his 5th point of the game. All frees. Dunboyne 1-5, Trim 1-3. Ref having a little word there with number 10 Leon Byrne for Dunboyne. Gavin White fouled there. Lucky it wasn't a penalty, John.
Yeah, it was very close to the line, all right. Trim have only 3 in the goals.
So Gavin Pryor taps it over for his 5th point of the game. Dunboyne go into a 3-point lead, but probably no more than they deserve at this stage. Dunboyne 1-6, Trim 1-3. Trim very lacklustre this evening, no bite about them. Perhaps last weekend has taken a bit of a toll on some of these guys, but they're very lacklustre tonight. Peter Byrne kicking the ball out. They need a bit of inspiration from somewhere. 1-6 Dunboyne, 1-3 Dunboyne. Ball towards the middle of the field, towards Ronan White. Didn't go for the ball. Fouls again. And back out here towards wing forward Duggan, who's gone to the middle of the field. Duggan on the ball. Ronan Duggan has a man running through, gives it on there to him. Just a good move. Oh, well played by Ben Holden. Ben is very steady for Trim tonight, carrying the ball out, gives a long ball down, but absolutely to nobody. This has been won here by Gavin Pryor, influential midfielder. Gives a nice ball there towards the full forward, or towards Dan Howland. Dan takes on Ben Holden. Ben stands his ground. Back out there towards Leon Byrne. Leon has a shot, poor shot though, poor effort into Peter Byrne's hand. Ball out here to Patchy Quigley. Trim need to get something from this. Patchy on towards Owen McGrath. McGrath on to James Murray, on to David Murta here beside us. And man is fouled by his substitute, 20, Shane Comiskey. James Murray's on the ball, gives it back to Patchy Quigley. Patchy on the ball. Patchy down the wing there towards the Gooch. Gooch wins a lovely ball. He's fouled as well. McGrath comes in. Does he gather? He doesn't gather. He hangs him on the ground. Yes, he did on the ground. But the Gooch was possibly fouled before that. So ball here just beside us. Substitute Shane Comiskey with ball in hand. Gives it back there towards Gavin Pryor, who's on an awful lot of ball tonight. Somebody needs to pick him up. Pryor kicks a long ball there towards Dylan Finnerty. Dylan wins it nicely. That's the type of ball that needs to be won by Trim. Dylan on the ball. 1-6 for Dunboyne. 1-3 for Trim. 3.5 minutes played the second half. Munners on the ball, gives it on there towards Dylan Finnerty. Dylan takes it into attack. Is still going. Dylan, is he fouled? Looks to be fouled. Still going. Dylan. Now he's fouled. And it's a free for Trim. David Murtagh's free on the right side. Shawnee Foley on board. Back to James Murray. James has Patchy with him. Patchy takes it on a little bit. Still should have James with him. Gives a low ball into the Gooch. Gooch laid from through. Is he fouled? No foul.
Now, come on!
Twice Gooch was fouled. No free. Man coming out with the ball. Gives it off there to 18, who's the substitute as well, who's going in full back. He's David O'Keefe. O'Keefe back there towards. That's cleared down the field where Danny Coleman should win this ball. Danny slips in, gathers his ball. He has Patchy here ahead of us. Back to
that's Fergal Lynch there you're looking at.
Ben Holden. Ben is on the ball. He's James Murray in front of him. He gives it to James. David is free on the right hand side. David gets the ball. Who's looking now? David takes it on towards the Gooch. Gooch should have won that ball. Easily run back out there. And it's coming on here towards wing back, Niall Carlin. Niall Carlin is tackled by Shawnee Foley. And Shawnee's adjudged to have tackled him. Or fouled him. Ball on here now towards Adam McCoy. McCoy on the ball. Attacking there, he gives it on towards the little full forward again, Sean O'Rourke. Is it O'Rourke? No, yes it is O'Rourke. Tackled and one back, very well done. And Keane Downs slipped in, but he didn't get it, and it's off here to Leon Byrne. Leon Byrne has a shot from 21 yards out across the goals there towards Dan Howland. Back out to Shane Comiskey, substitute. Tackled by David Murtagh. Jesus, a judge to have fouled him. Conor McKeown seemed to have been fouled a couple of times and no frees, but as soon as it's down here it's a free, and there's 5.5 minutes gone. Dunboyne still lead 1-6 to 1-3. Pryor with ball in hand, he scored 5 frees already. He's going for his 6th. Score 1-6 to 1-3. There is almost 6 minutes played of the second half. So very tight match here in average conditions, everything very slippy. Gavin Pryor with a tough enough free here to put Dunboyne 4 ahead. Strikes it well, but it's gone to the right hand side and wide. Gone wide for Dunboyne's 4th wide of the game, and still messy enough, John, but we need to get a score urgently.
Yeah, we need to get a score to get back into this game. Dunboyne have totally dominated the second half, so yeah, we need to get right back into it.
Peter Brennan with the kick out finds Ronan White. Ronan White left footed, gives it on there towards Josh Harris, who was somewhat tripped, but no free. Trim mentors here, Kevin Coleman and company, getting upset with that, but the ref is not giving us a lot at the minute. This ball is with Ronan Duggan, who's playing well since he moved to the middle of the field. Back there towards Gavin Pryor, took his eye off the ball, and Shane Downs slips in. Ball picked off the ground. The referee did see it. Trim need to attack quick now. Danny Coleman's free out on the left hand side. Ball is slowed down though. Patchy Quigley's on the ball. We need to get something moving and get it moving quick. Back here to Peter Brennan, who has Keane Downs out in front of him. Downs, he gets the ball. James Murray is free in the middle of the field. James gets the ball in the middle of the field. Oh, terrible ball by Keane Downs. Gives it to Daedrum Gavin Pryor, who strikes it in there. Back in, but it's a sloppy pass there again, and Keane Downs runs out. Keane's is slow looking. Keane had David Murtagh free in front, gives a better ball this time to James Murray. James Murray on to Ben Holden. Ben Holden, terrible ball towards Magoo. Magoo has David Murtagh outside him. The Bug goes back across the field, plays a lovely ball towards Danny Quinn, who drops at first attempt. Bug has it again, takes it through the tackle of Leon Byrne. Owen McGrath still with the ball, gives it off to Danny Coleman. Slippy hands again, is picked up by Shane Comiskey, substitute. Dunboyne 1-6, Trim 1-3. And a lot of turnovers in this game because of sloppy passing and bad hands. So on the ball here again is Paddy Conway. Paddy Conway still going through. Paddy plays the ball to himself. Still Paddy Conway has a shot from 14 yards out, and it's gone wide for Dunboyne's 5th wide of the game.
Just in case anyone has won, the Magoo, the Bug and Owen McGrath are all the one person.
The Holy Trinity. So, I'm sorry for all of you that don't know who we're talking about.
Trim a bit even playing.
So Peter Brennan with ball in hand again on the ground now. Neely Heffernan is warming up for his first competitive match since his injury or illness, and we wish Neely the very big high kick out from Peter Brennan. Gores breaking ball, Dunboyne are winning every breaking ball. This goes there to Killian Smith, cornerback, on there towards Gavin Pryor, on here towards Ronan Duggan, who's playing well here in the middle of the field. Duggan cuts in, he looks right footed only, no foul lads required. Back here towards Coxey with the right foot, doesn't go for it. Back to Cox again, Cox with the right. Back out there towards is it Gavin Pryor? Yes, it is Gavin Pryor. First score from play, 6 points for Gavin Pryor. Dunboyne 1-7, Trim 1-3. 4 points in the game. Neely Heff is coming on. Josh Harris is coming off. So Neely Heff makes his first competitive debut in some time.
Great to see him, Neely, back with the boots on him and ready to go. Yeah, great to see after a tough year for Neely.
So delighted to see Neely back out. And he just slips out there to the half forward line. Neely's coming on for Josh Harris. Peter Brennan, ball on the ground. Peter kicks it out, long ball here towards Munners, not in the game. One there at the wing half-back position by Niall Carolyn. Ball is there, attack again with Ronan Duggan. Ronan Duggan still overplays the ball. In fact, it was Leon Byrne, so it's a free for Trim. Someone what chooses to get the free there. So Dunboyne 1-7, Trim 1-3. There is almost 10 minutes played in the second half. Trim haven't scored in this half and didn't look like scoring yet. Here's Keane Downs on the ball. Downsy threw a terrible ball by Downsy. One there by Magoo. Boom. McGrath, call him what you want. He's on the way. Takes it into the tackle. McGrath still on the ball. Good tackle by Niall Carolyn. Bug still on the ball. Back there towards David Murton. Needs to win this ball. Cuts in. Needs to cut it across. Does cut it across to Shawnee. To Gooch. Are we in for a goal? Gooch.
Yes!
Great move by Trim.
Great goal.
Move by Trim. Second goal for the Gooch. 2-3 for 2-3 for Trim. 1-7 for Dunboyne. 1 point game. Lovely move by Trim.
Yeah, great move and a great goal by the Goose. That's the second one. He's very lively when he gets the ball. Great goal.
Great move by Trim. Niall Carolyn kicking the ball. This must win ball for Trim. David needs to go hard for it, just doesn't get there on time. Killian Smith wins the ball, takes it through the tackle of Patchy. 1 point game here in Dunboyne. Ball towards Ben. Great tackle by Ben Holden. Very solid for Trim tonight. Don't foul Ben. Ben did foul. Very solid though Ben tonight. 1-7 for Trim. 2-3 for Dunboyne, or 1-7 for Dunboyne, 2-3 for Trim. 1 point game. So we're right back in this game, just what we required. 11 minutes gone the second half. Ball in hand there, on there towards again. Oh, good tackle by Ben, but he's fouled. Ball given the advantage. No, he gives the advantage, gives the player. This will be another tap over for Pryor. So that's 6 points Gavin Pryor has scored. Ben is solid, just needs to hold off a little bit in the tackle. He's playing good, Chai.
Yeah, he's playing well. He's sharp to the ball every time, and he's getting a good, strong tackle in. But then, just pushing the lad in the back is, it's probably the wrong thing to do and foul. That's 2 fouls in a row.
So Gavin Pryor has a chance to score his 7 point of the game. 1-7 for Dunboyne already. They've only 2 scorers. Pryor has scored 6, and Paddy Conway 1-1. So the danger is there. You don't concede frees in that area. The Pryor scores it. So it's 1-8 for Dunboyne, 2-3 for Trim. And there is almost 12 minutes gone in the second half. Peter Brennan, ball on the ground. Kicking it along here towards, let James get up for that and wait for the breaking ball, guys. Yes, and David Murta wins the break. And he's fouled. Gets the free here in front of us. David Murta on the ball, looking for James Murray. He gets him. Nice play there by James. Gives it in there towards Foley. Foley's in front. God, there's a beautiful ball. He's fouled. And he's still on the ball. He's advantage in here towards Neely. And Jesus, ref. I mean, where is the advantage there, lads?
There's no advantage there when he doesn't give it. Gives you advantage and doesn't give it to you.
So this is about 35 yards out. Trim playing a little better now. Shawnee Foley doing everything right. This would be a great free if Shawnee can get it. Trim are down by 2 points. 1-8 to 2-3. There is 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes to go. And Shawnee scores a beautiful point. His 4 point of the game. 1 point between the teams. 13 minutes gone. Trim 2-4, Dunboyne 1-8. Dunboyne on the attack. Oh, James Murray is deemed to have fouled the man. Free for Dunboyne. Approaching the water break at the third quarter. Ronan Duggan on the ball again, gives it low again towards the speedy corner forward. Dylan Finnerty's with him. This time it's Sean O'Rourke full forward. Gives it on there towards Leon Byrne. I don't think Leon's feet are that great, but he's carrying the ball well. Munners gives it back out here towards Jack Cox is in. Cox. Oh, kicks it wide. Ooh. Jesus, Trim got out of jail again. Yeah. That was a let off, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he got in very easy again. Cox a good footballer, a good hurler too.
So Peter Brennan, ball in hand, ball on ground, kicking the ball out. We're getting a bit of break from James Murray here. Get up there, Jesus Christ. That man didn't go for the ball. And it gives there to Dylan Finnerty. Dylan gives a lovely ball out to Danny Coleman. Danny to Patchy Quigley. Patchy Quigley on to Owen McGrath. Owen Bug McGrath. Goes through. Good man Magoo, you're on the run again. We're going to call him the Holy Trinity. In it comes here towards the Gooch. Oh, that's not the ball for the Gooch. One back there by substitute and gives it on to Shane Comiskey. Comiskey on the ball deep in his own half. Neely Heffernan goes towards him, ball out there to wing back Gavin. Niall Carlin and Gavin Pryor look exactly alike. Both the bears the very same. This is Ronan Duggan, who moved to the middle of the field. Duggan, man calling free out here. No free given by ref. Good tackle by Mullers. Who slipped in there? Was it Keane Downs? Very well done. Oh Jesus! The judge picked it up off the ground. James Murray's going to get a yellow card for talking to the ref, I think. I think James is going to get a yellow here. So there is 15 minutes gone. We're approaching the final water break. Dunboyne 1-8, 11 points. Trim 2-4, 10 points. 1 point between the teams. 15 minutes gone. Second half. Tight match. Trim unbeaten in this. Ball been brought forward. Ball in hand by Gavin Pryor, who scored 7 points in this game. 6 frees, 1 free. Ball was brought forward 10 yards. He can't score from here, but he will launch it in or give a punted ball to some of those small forwards. Ball in hand still by Pryor, looking for somebody to make a run. Gives it there towards the wing forward or full forward. Sean O'Rourke takes on David Murtagh back. Ball there to Gavin Pryor, who's the standout player for Dunboyne tonight. Ball on there towards Ronan Duggan, who's tackled by James Murray, and it's a free. This one will be 35 yards out, right hand side of the goals. Will Pryor have a crack at it? It will be a fair score for him to shoot. They need a left footer possibly to take it, and that's why Sean O'Rourke was going out there to that side of the field. Is he a left footer? He's not, but he's taking it with the right foot, I think, from the right hand side. The water break will happen after this. 16 minutes gone. Tough free here for Dunboyne. Still 1-8 Dunboyne, 2-4 Trim. So this is Sean O'Rourke with the free. We have a Sean O'Rourke, we call him Yorkie. This is Sean O'Rourke for Dunboyne from the right side, and he kicks it well wide.
Our Yorkie's better looking than that fella.
So the stopwatch is stopped on 16.5 minutes. Another wide for Dunboyne. That's their 7th. Score at half time: 1-8 for Trim, 2-4 for 1-8 for Dunboyne, 2-4 for Trim. 1 point game, and this is anyone's game, lads. This game is there for the taking. Trim's goals came at the very, very right time, just when we needed them. We were 4 points down when the Gooch got the second goal. We were 3 points down when he got his first. So Trim gathered together. There'll only be a minute here. I'm doing the camera work myself. My esteemed colleague has gone to the toilet, I think. There's Neely Heffernan and Shawnee Foley jogging in for the water break. Manager Fergal Lynch and colleagues Derek Murtagh, Noel Dempsey, Paul Gilly, all urging the boys on. This stage would say hello once again to remote manager Loman Dempsey, who's still abroad, and if Trim could win this match, he would be the most successful manager in the club. Have never been to a match yet. So Fergal giving the instructions. Dunboyne over the far side, we'll zoom in on them. And Fergal still talking to the team, so not much between these teams. We'll have a word here with Richie Murphy. Richie, come up here for a word for a second. Come on, quick. Richie, very tight match. What do you think?
Yeah, it's still swinging so far now. I fancy Trim for the last bit of it.
Good man, Rich, but you're the eternal lot.
Richie's fat who's watching Dublin and over here.
So, Trim breaking up now after the water break. There is 16.5 minutes gone. The clock will restart at that. We're 1 point down. Nothing in this game. What do you think, John?
Yeah, it's in the balance. Dunboyne looks slightly, this Duggan fella in the middle of the field is very good and he's giving us a lot of trouble. But look, we're after getting 2 goals. Neely Heffernan's in there and around the square, anything can happen. So yeah, it's there in the balance for both teams.
Okay, so best of luck to Trim for the last 15 minutes. I'd nearly settled for a draw tonight the way things have gone, and that would leave us unbeaten. Peter Brennan going to take the free out. We'll restart the clock. Peter, lovely kick out there towards James Murray again. Ball broke again, but Munners didn't get the break. It's won by Niall Carlin, who's playing a good match there, wing back for Dunboyne. And Pryor is on the ball again. The 2 midfielders for Dunboyne look very impressive. This is Ronan Duggan. Takes it on through the tackle, but really well won again by Ben Holden. And Ben gets fouled. Ben needs to kick it off short now and get Trim moving. Ben is very strong in the tackle. He's been very good tonight. He's been our best defender in my opinion. So Owen, Bug, McGrath with the ball back to Peter Brennan and gives it back to McGrath on the ball again, gives a long ball here on towards Gooch. Gooch must win this one, does win it. Trimmer on the attack again. Gooch goes at his substitute player on there towards Neely Heffernan. Neely is fouled, pushing the back surely. Foul again, but still on the ball. Great to see Neely on the ball. Gives it out to Danny Coleman. James Murray. James with the ball. Will he have a shot? Shot at goal is blocked. Goes short.
James, work now, James, work now.
Substitute Shane Comiskey back across the field where Munners wins the ball. Munners, Trim need a score here. It'll be a great time to equal up. Munners goes down and it's a free for Trim. And this is 35 metres out. James Foley on the ball, looking for his 5th point of the game. It would equalise the teams. 18 minutes on the clock. This would be a very, very good score for Trim if he can get it. This is the first yellow card for Dunboyne. So Shawnee has a real chance of equalising it here. It would be a great score, but a tough one from out there where he is. He's taking it out to come in a good bit. Shawnee, does he get it? Wide ball for Trim.
Okay, let's squeeze the kick out here. Squeeze the kick out here.
But, it still leaves 1 point between the sides. Dunboyne 1-8, Trim 2-4. There hasn't been a score for a long time. Kick out comes out here towards David Moore to James Murray. There's a break of ball here again. Ball comes back there towards corner back for Dunboyne. Dunboyne gives it on down there, but a great ball there to the danger man Gavin Pryor. James Murray is with him. James Pryor kicks it on through the tackle. Pryor there towards his midfield, or towards Jack Cox, towards, good block. Oh jeez, it came off his own man. So Trim again fortuitous. It was a really well worked. Gavin Pryor is definitely the player of the match here tonight, John.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a good footballer. He must have serious midfielders in around Dunboyne when he's only on their second team.
So ball went wide, hit his own man. Trim still well in this game. There's 19 minutes gone, 10.5 remaining, 1 point between the teams. Peter Brennan kicks the ball out here towards James Murray again. Ball, really well won by. Oh Jesus! That was very, very unlucky there. Fergal Lynch, all the Trim line going mad there. That really wasn't a free. So Gavin Pryor on the ball here. That was a tough free against Trim. Really no free there. Gives it here to substitute Shane Comiskey. They need to get on Pryor again. Well done by the Gooch. Back there towards the other substitute. Carries it through. He's in playing full back. David O'Keefe. Left and right Sullivan. Very impressive on here to number 13 Dan Howland, who seems to have moved out centre forward. Gavin Pryor is looking for the ball again. Dan Howland's on the ball. Still with the man. Back on there to Howland again. Good play by Dunboyne. They're holding it up a la Dublin. Kick in there towards Munners with his ball. Yes, he does. Now this will be a great time for Trim to attack and score. James Murray is free up the wing. Danny Coleman gathers. Will he find James? He needs to give it to him quick. He does. James on the ball. He needs to keep going. Ball played in there in front of Neely. Neely will go for it, but it's over his head. Unlucky James. Back in the hands of
on again, James.
Goalkeeper Niall Carolyn. Out there to corner back. And there to the middle of the field, or to wing back, Roland Fitzmaurice, who hasn't been on that much ball, with Gavin Pryor, who's dictating the match, on there towards Leon Byrne. Leon Byrne in there towards Ronan Duggan. Ronan Duggan still on the ball. Pryor is attacking again if they find him. Danger. Back to Niall Carolyn, wing back. Munners will be tackling him. Gives it on there to the other wing back going forward. Back in there towards Niall Carolyn again. Niall Carolyn 14 yards out. Does he score? Wide ball. Jesus, Dunboyne kicking a lot of wides. It is 1-8 for Dunboyne, 2-4 for Trim. There hasn't been a score in at least 15 minutes. The score remains the same. Next score will win this match or draw this match. 21 minutes gone in the second half. Ball kicked out towards James Murray again. James should have won that one, but it goes through the Gooch. The Gooch is still looking. Ball there with Leon Byrne. Tackled by Trim, no foul yet. Ball played across over there towards Niall Carolyn. Niall Carolyn gets on the ball. 1-8 for Dunboyne, 2-4 for Trim. Ball down there towards substitute Shane. Really well run by Ben Holden, playing the stormer here for Trim at full back. Ben carries the ball out, has Patchy free. Should give it simple to Patchy, which he does. Patchy quickly on the ball. Patchy gives it on there towards Shawnee Foley. Shawnee just is outwon by the cornerback for Dunboyne. Trim needs something to happen. There has been no there has been no score here in this game for at least 15 minutes. It is 1-8 for Dunboyne, 2-4 for Trim. On to Patchy Quigley. Patchy on to Shawnee. Shawnee, Jesus, one footed back down the field towards McGrath. This is Dan Howland on the ball again. Comes towards Dylan Finnerty, his man. Very well won by Dylan. And Dylan is adjudged to have been fouled. Very well played by Dylan. Trim need to get in the ball and get a score. This is back to substitute Ronan White. Seems to be left fire. Gives it on to Keane Downs. Downsy gives it in there towards the Gooch. Not the type of ball the Gooch wants. And ball goes out over the sideline. Simple balls required from Trim. Dunboyne is slightly the better team here, but we take some sort of result. Out there to Leon Byrne. Out to wing back. Niall Carlin. On there towards, who's on that one? This is back towards Ronan Duggan. Duggan very well tackled by Danny Coleman. Still on the ball. That's Leon Byrne on towards, and Patchy Quigley will slip in here. Trim have had possession lately, but they're doing just the wrong option with the pass. Patchy's still on the ball. Gives a nice ball here towards the substitute. Ronan White wins that nicely. Ronan takes it on with his left foot. Needs to give a simple ball. Gives it on there towards Shawnee. Shawnee can let it play inside him. Is it just to have fouled his man? I think that was 50-50. Here comes Dangerman Gavin Pryor again. Clock showing 6.5 minutes remaining. Still 1 point between the teams. On here towards Leon Byrne. No score for a long time in this game. This is on to substitute David O'Keefe. O'Keefe loses the ball. Danny Coleman can slip in. And Danny does very well and gives it off to Patchy Quigley. Move, Dave! On to James Murray. Neely keeps the ball in play. Well done by Neely. Is it just up and foul? Trim, this will be a great time to get it free. And get
Find a man, take your time.
McGrath
Get it over the bar.
A simple ball does
Get
to
it over the bar,
James Murray onto McGrath again. Trim need a score here. They've been in possession quite a few times without a score. Is he fouled? No fouls.
You're blind, Brett. You're absolutely blind.
On here again towards Dan Howland. Dan Howland getting on a lot of ball. Munners needs to slip in and pick that one up, and he could have Ben Holden with him. Munners with the ball. Munners finds McGrath in space. Only cuts inside. He has James Murray inside, left footed. Only with the ball snapshot up. Is the ball gone wide? It is gone wide for Trim. 6 wide of the game. Still a 1 point game. There is nothing in this game. There hasn't been a score for an age. It's 24.5 minutes gone. 5.5 minutes remaining. Little or no injury time in this quarter. Dunboyne on the attack again. 1-8 Dunboyne, 2-4 Trim. I'd settle for a draw, John.
So would I, yeah. Trim are actually coming into the game in the last 5 minutes and looked a better team now.
Another free given against Trim, and the ball carried on for Mountain. I think the referee's been very hard on us in the last few minutes. It's when he blows his whistle, nobody knows which way the free is going, which is a dreadful sign of a ref. So here comes Gavin Pryor over to the ball again. There is 4.5 minutes remaining. Dunboyne remain 1 point up. Nothing in this match. Free from Gavin Pryor. He's putting it on the ground. The ref is talking to Patchy Quigley. Trim just need to get their hands on one ball with the danger man. McGrath has gone back inside. He was deep for a long time. Gavin Pryor kicks the ball, but he kicks it wide. Another wide for Dunboyne. It's their 9th of the game. Pryor is on 7 points. Next few minutes very important. Trim need a score to try and equalise this ball. James Murray has been dominant the last few kickouts. James is up again. This is another breaking ball. James wins a brilliant ball. Middle of the field, gives it on here towards Neely. Gooch is going to be with him in a second. Neely will play for the foul. He gives it on to Gooch. James, he gives a poor ball, Neely, and it's nicely won there at the back there by Killian Smith. Still going, Killian Smith, but gives a stupid ball to Patchy Quigley. Patchy on board, David Murtha's inside if he can find him. One more to James Murray. James Murray is David inside. James goes, gives it. Silly ball by James.
Over the bar, lads.
Dunboyne gather possession again. Coming out, should not be fouled. Oh, and the ref gives a free against him. Jesus Christ, that wasn't a free.
No, was no way was that a free. But Neely and James Murray should have popped that over the bar and drawn up the game. They were overcomplicated in there with a wet ball, but that definitely was no free.
Okay, so James Murray is stepping up to this free. I think maybe Shawnee might have a crack at it.
Crow Park's gone to extra time.
We believe Crow Park has gone to extra time, but I'm sure a lot of you are watching that one as well instead of the main match here from Dunboyne. So James Murray has the chance to equalise this. Is he going to kick it from his hand or off the ground? It's only 25 yards out. He looks like he'll punt it over the bar. Trim.
Put it over!
Jesus, he got it over the bar, but just about. James's first score of the game equals the match up. 2-5 for Trim, 1-8 for Dunboyne. 2.5 minutes remaining. Now the keeper's hurried it up. Niall Carlin kicks it out towards Munners. Munners wins it clean in the middle of the field. Takes the mark. Gives it back here towards Dylan Finnerty. Dylan on the ball. Can Trim find a winner against the run of play? Dylan gives it on to the Gooch. Gooch, is he fouled? Yes, he is.
Downsy cover!
Yes, he is. Gooch will put the ball on the ground. Let James have a crack. We are 40 yards out. Draw match here. There is 2 minutes of the game to go. Little or no injury time this half. Trim have a chance. James Murray ball in hand. This is very important. Draw match. Somewhat against the run of play. Trim could go into the lead at the real right time. Are they getting to the time where they know how to win games at the right time? James, 40 yards out, ball on the ground. James,
all day long!
Great score. To put Trim ahead. Trim now 2-6, Dunboyne 1-8. There is 1.5 minutes left of the game. Trim looked like Lazarus rising from the ashes once again. Sub coming on for Dunboyne. Big man coming in. Where is he coming in? Full forward, I think. Ben Holden has cleaned out the last fella. 19 gone in full forward. 19 is Adam Hanley. Kick out coming from Niall Carlin towards Patchy Quigley. Patchy with Gavin. David Murty should step in for the break. One of you needs to get it. Patchy, oh Jesus, pick it up, lads. Ronan White on the ball. Is he fouled? Gives it on to David Murty. David carries it through 14 yards out. Is tackled well. One back by McGrath, out towards the Gooch. Gooch. Ball one out there by Ronan Fitzmaurice. There is time left in the game is just less than a minute. Dunboyne attacking. They're 1 point down. Gives the ball long in there towards the substitute, but Ben Holden, Trim's man of the match tonight. Straight out in front. Picks his ball lovely. Gives it on to James Murray. James has time. Should find Foley. Finds Foley. Foley attacks. Foley needs to give it back here towards, who have we here? Dylan Finnerty. Dylan, hold the ball, lads. Sean, there is 30 seconds left. Sean gives a stupid ball in there towards, but it's going to be a line ball for Trim. Trim will kill time here. There is 10 seconds left in normal time. Trim are a point ahead. Sideline ball. James Murray with ball in hand. Gives it short towards Shawnee Foley. Shawnee Foley gives a hospital ball towards the Magoo. But it goes towards the Gooch, but it was one back. Their ball is coming out. There is ball with Dunboyne. There is injury time. We're in 12 seconds played over. There will be relatively no injury time. Ball with the danger man Gavin Pryor. Tackled by Munners. Ball in there towards substitute Shane Comiskey, who's with Dylan Finnerty. No free required here. No free required. Shane Comiskey on the ball. There is 30 seconds overtime play. Ball towards the danger man Gavin Pryor. James Murray is with him. Doesn't foul him. Gives it in there towards Leon Byrne. Is he not fouled? Still carrying ball to... Has a shot. Great save by Peter Brennan.
Peter
Brilliant
Brennan.
save by Peter Brennan, and tucks it away for a 50, which could be the last action of the game. Three super saves by Brennan.
Absolutely, that was a fantastic double save. You call it. He saved the first parry to his left, eye to his left, and put it out for a 50 or a 45, as they say nowadays. This guy that takes the frees, this is in his range. He's a good kicker.
So Gavin Pryor has the chance to level the game. There is 31 minutes, 7 seconds gone in this match. There was little or no injury time in the second half. He has left it instead to, I think it's 14, Sean O'Rourke to take the free. Pressure free, 31 minutes, 20 seconds. Trim 1 point ahead, leading 2-6 to 1-8. Last kick of the game possibly. Can he score this 50? Sean O'Rourke stands over it. 1.5 minutes extra time played. Trim 1 point up. This to equalise. Sean O'Rourke kicking. Kicks it good. Is it towards the goal? Heading out towards the left and wide. Ball is wide, and there is a minute and 50 seconds played. Will the referee blow it up? That was Dunboyne's 11th wide of the game. Referee is in towards the square. There has been relatively no injury time, but he's still looking like playing on. There is 2 minutes extra time played. Trim are 1 point ahead. Peter Brennan goes short towards Patchy Lennon gives to Keane Downs. Keane Downs has Ben holding outside him. Keane slips. Keane gets a free. Needs to take his time. Gives it to James Murray. James is fouled there as well. This is all suiting Trim. James was fouled by substitute 20. There is 2 minutes 22 seconds extra time played. Ref is going to book 20 for a high tackle on James Murray. Trim still leading by a point, 2-6 to 1-8. Can Trim hold out for their 4th victory of the campaign? Liam is in with James Murray. Fergal is in having a word. Yellow card goes to Shane Comiskey. There is 2 minutes and there is 2 minutes 50 seconds played. 2 minutes 50 seconds played.
Of additional
time. Ball played long. Great ball by James Murray into Shawnee Foley. Put up your jumper, Shawnee. Shawnee pushed out over the sideline.
He flung out over the sideline.
This will be a free for Trim on the 14-yard line. There is 3 minutes and 6 seconds played.
Take your time, James.
James should take ball in hand and have a shot at goal. Kill the ball no matter what happens. James, 14 yards out, exceptionally acute angle. I will try and cut it in. Try cuts it in, that's not bad.
It's not bad, it's terrible.
It's a wide, but time 3 minutes 30 seconds played of a match where there was relatively no injury time. He blows it up, and Trim have won their 4th match of the championship. Lomond Dempsey, the most successful manager in history that has never been to a game.
And he hasn't been at a game this year yet. Great victory. Trim came on top in the last 10 minutes and were totally outplayed before that. That's a fantastic victory.
So, to wrap up, we have won another game up here against Dunboyne. All teams that Trim have beaten are senior teams, second teams. That's Dunboyne, Dunamore Ashburn, Screen, and second round was Senchurstown. So wonderful, hardy victory for Trim. Brilliant last 2 points. A brilliant score from James Murray in the last, just at injury time to put Trim ahead for the first time in the game. A little bit like last week in the hurling. Wonderful match to win for Trim. So to go through it again, Trim wrap up with a 2-6 to 1-8, 1 point victory. Their scorers were Shawnee Foley got 4 points, the Gooch got 2 goals, and James Murray got the very vital 2 frees at the end. So Trim continue on their wonderful sojourn through this junior championship. After tomorrow's intermediate match, we'll know a little bit more about who they can play down the line. But it was a great match for Trim to win, somewhat against the run to play. John, anything else to add?
No, just delighted Trim got another win. It's been a great week for the club, and long may it continue.
So we'll wrap up from a long evening here in Dunboyne,
the Roost Road
pitch in Dunboyne, and I hope you enjoyed the coverage. I know most of you were probably watching the Dublin Mayo match, but the true Gaels were probably watching ourselves. Probably, John, our best 2 players to sum up. Peter Brennan was outstanding in goals.
Yeah, Peter was made 3 vital saves, double saves there near the end when Imam was in, and Ben Holden was actually fantastic at full back, and James Murray came in really, really well at the end and got 2 vital scores. Yeah, a great performance. A great win, I suppose, rather than a great performance, and it's good to win when you're not really at your best.
So we'll wrap up here from Dunboyne, and thank you all once again for watching Reds TV. And when are we back in action, John?
We're back in action tomorrow evening from Cartown at 5 o'clock, and then the division.
Have you the A squad out tomorrow evening, John?
Yeah, then the county squad are out tomorrow evening. And then
and us plebs are on the B squad, correct?
Yeah, you're the junior squad, yeah. So unfortunately, I'm on every squad and I'm not getting a game in any.
Okay, well, thank you to everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow evening in Cartown.